Good morning อาจารย์ Ricardo. I am Jacqueline Pathagang and there are Kun Supisha and Kun Kunakon in our members. And today we will present about the corruption in our global world. And today we will use Thailand as an example to show some case of corruption that how the corruption make the negative impact to the country. And today we also present about how the corruption are be the challenges for our global world.
For background, most Thais are descendants of Thai speakers, but the population also includes people other than the Thai people as well. Members of the largest indigenous minorities speak Malay. Other important indigenous minorities include speakers of Mon, Khmer, and other Mon Khmer languages. In the Austroasiatic family in the western and northern highlands of Thailand, there are people who speak many other language families. Thailand is also home to many immigrants and their children, mostly from China, but some are from South Asia. Most of indigenous and immigrant communities in Thailand are strong in Thai culture and speak Thai. Thailand is located in the heart of the mainland of Southeast Asia. Thailand is a mountainous country, and the coastline is along the Gulf of Thailand, 1,875 kilometers, and the Andaman Sea, 740 kilometers, including the coastline of the island. North of Thailand borders with Laos, PDR, and Myanmar. To the east is adjacent to Laos, PDR, and Cambodia. To the south of Malaysia, and to the west of Burma. Thailand has a population of 64.1 million. Thailand covers an area of 513,000 square kilometers, and looking at the map, it's shaped like an X. Northern Thailand has many high mountains and is the source of many rivers that become the Mekong, Chao Phraya, and Savin rivers. This central region is home to the densest and largest sedimentary plains in Thailand. The most important rivers here are the Chao Phraya River, Mekong River, Thasin, Pasak, and Bang Pakong River. This area is an important agricultural asset of the country. the northeastern region is flanked on the western edge and south by steep mountain ranges. The center of the region is in the Korat Basin. The Chai and Man River flow through the region and eventually merge with the Mekong River in Ubon Ratchathani. The west in a narrow plain, some scattered between the mountains in the west. Thanon Thong Chai Mountains and Thanang Chai Mountains are the source of the Khao Noi and Khao Yai rivers, which eventually merged with the Mekong River. It is the northern part of the region with high mountains and coastal plains. It is a river plain. In the center is a rugged Sierra and undulating plains, and to the south is the coastal plain between the Ban Tat and Chantaburi mountains is a narrow plain suitable for growing fruit. The Bang Pakong River flows through the region into the Gulf of Thailand. The coastline is covered with beautiful beaches, and off the coast are the islands of Koh Chang, Koh Gut, and Koh Chichang. Southern Thailand is located on a narrow peninsula. The eastern and western two beach plains are divided by high mountains stretching to the center of the peninsula. For politics of Thailand, Thailand is a parliamentary democracy with a constitutional monarchy. After the country went through a peaceful transformation in 1932, sovereignty was vested in the Thai people, with the king as head of state, who is above political parties, and abdicated the throne according to the country's constitution. The administration of the country is run by the Prime Minister that is elected by members of the House of Representatives and the Council of Ministers, attributed by the Prime Minister. Prayut Chan-o-cha is Prime Minister of Thailand, who came from a corp Most Thai people are aware of the lack of transparency of this government, which has largely disbursed the budget but has nothing to improve. The most obvious fraud is government election fraud. People are protesting because of the actions of the government causing the military police to cause violence against innocent people. They want this government to issue amendments to Constitution drafted by the military and the near absolute power reform of the monarchy. Moreover, Prayut Chan-o-cha is not knowledgeable enough to deal with the problem that arise in Thailand, as often seen in the media and answering questions on TV. The kingdom has a bicameral legislature and an independent judiciary. King has power in the system of governance through the government, which did not make the country better. He wants people to be under his power. Most of Thai people know that he loved traveling in Germany with his wives. He spent a lot of money coming from Thailand's tax, which the people in the country are very difficult to use their life. But he took it from himself with his wives. So most people want to reform Thailand's system structure. Economy of Thailand. Thailand is the second largest economy in Southeast Asia with a nominal gross domestic product or GDP of about $500 billion US. Thailand has a free market economy, so the kingdom had a strong domestic market and a growing middle class, with the private sector as the main growth engine. The Thai economy is well integrated into the global market, with exports accounting for more than 70% of the kingdom's GDP. Thailand's economy freedom score is 63.2, making the country's economy the 70th most independent in the 20 and 22 index. Thailand's economy has grown from strong growth in 2017 and 2018 to slower growth in 2019, to contraction in 20 and 22, and to return to growth in 20 and 21. Impact of COVID-19 as of December 1, 20 and 21. There have been 20,814 deaths from the pandemic in Thailand, and the government's response to the crisis ranks 46 among the countries include that in the index in terms of authority. The economy contracted 6.1% in 20 and 20. Why does Thailand have a lot of corruption? 1. Corruption in court. Court corruption is high risk for business operating in Thailand. Business say that unusual payments and briefs are typically incurred to obtain favorable court verdicts. Less than 1 in 5 Thais believe that most or all judges are corrupt. Until the 20 and 14 COP, Thailand had a constitutional independent judge. However, under the leadership of the military, the judiciary is highly politicized and has no control over the administrative branch. Companies have expressed insufficient confidence in the independence of the courts and found that the legal framework was ineffective in resolving disputes and challenging regulations. The legal process in Thailand tends to be slow and sometimes litigants or other third parties affect judgment by means of special legal means. Thai law firms have accused courts or sometimes refusing to enforce international arbitration awards. After interpretations that do not meet international norms. Okay, I will talk about the second of the topic, police and tourists. Tourists are victims of Thai police. Half a dozen police interrogated the handcuffed bartender and tourists come in and out the police. Ask the Thai police, and then Thai police push the tourists to the ground. This violence in Thailand. Yeah. After that, the police took white powder and checked tourist face and accused tourists of buying. Yeah. After a protest from the bartender, the police that cocaine was detected. Authorities sent documents to the Australian embassy. This is what he get back. The Thai government and the Royal Thai Police do not have a policy of on the contrary, the Thai government recognize the importance of tourism and the safety of all foreign tourists as the country's top priority. There is a theory that police income is not enough will be obtained from a new source of income such as foreigners who can become victims more easily. So be careful when you come to Thailand, foreigners.
Okay, this slide we talk about why is corruption important to study. Corruption is a huge problem in many countries around the world. Even a country that has developed or is undeveloped still face the problem of corruption, which means this issue is the most common that many countries have faced. The first one is the problem of corruption in the global world has been for a long time, and its roots is deep in our culture. The problem of corruption had been for a long time, and its root is deep in our culture. For example, in Thailand, it's normal to know that corruption is a problem, and the first is the impact on the development of the country. This problem started a long time ago. Therefore, it deeply rooted in almost all of the occupation, the government, private, and public sector. The corruption in Thai society has been related to the way of life of Thai people, or is said it is a part of Thai culture. And when the problems are related to Thai society, which result in some Thai people view corruption as a normal and acceptable. So it is an important thing to understand that how corruption can become a huge problem in the global world and to develop a country, because it is not only corruption, but it is also completely related to our culture. And the second is the problem of corruption that is a corrosive effect on the economic growth and development in our country. Corruption is a long-term problem that affects economic growth, parity, and the quality of the country governance and institutional environment. The evidence indicates that corruption tends to have a negative effect long-term on economic growth through its impact on investment, public expenditure, taxation, and human development, which tend to undermine regulation, the environment, and also the efficiency of the public institution, which it results in a lower level of human development. On the other hand, it could undermine long-term sustainable development, the economic growth, and the equality. Therefore, to improve and develop the country and the economic growth, we need to know and be concerned about the impact of corruption, because we could find a solution to reduce corruption in every country. Corruption is the global problem which it had a negative impact on many countries. For example, there is a corruption in the education system in India, which it had an impact on the equality of the education system and human development, because the corruption makes the new challenges in the education system, such as decentralization and growth of competition among the students. And this have bribery for admission of good grades. There is also embezzlement of funds allocated to purchasing teaching material or building of the school infrastructure, and all of this has brought down to the poor quality of education, the limited access to resources, and the corrupt education system. And the last one is corruption make the privilege. The corruption can increase the privilege, especially the people that have money, because they will use the money for bribery, and that is the concept that the authority always cheating on our side, which allow them to agree to spend money to buy convenience. Corruption can increase inequality in society because healthy people have a more opportunity to access privilege, such as education, the healthcare system, and employment. And when there is a high risk of corruption in the country, it will make the privilege and it will destroy the justice and equality. For example, in Cambodia, there is a high risk of corruption when people are dealing with the Cambodian police, which there are more than half of Cambodians perceive the police as corrupt, which made the people do not believe in police ability to uphold law and order, because there are cases in which public officials, that include police officers, have received kickback from the owner of illegal business to their business operating. And this slide is about the key term and concept. The first one is rule of law. Is the principle that all people and institutions are subject to and accountable to law, that is fairly apply and enforce the principle of government by law. For example, if we live in a country that has a high corruption such as India, Thailand, or Cambodia, the rule of law will not exist. Law is there, but people who have wealthy position and privilege will not affect them. For the second is privilege. A special right or immunity is granted as a peculiar benefit and advantage that only one person or group of people have because their position or are rich. And third is inequality. An unfair situation in society is when some people have more money and opportunity than other people, which makes some people lack equality or fair treatment to share opportunity or wealth. And the fourth is barbarity or colonialism. The barbarity is to promise or bribe to provide a property or any other benefit to an official to induce that person to do or not do any act, or to do any act contrary to their duty. And for the colonialism is get your friend into those positions of power and authority. And the nepotism is choosing and bringing members of the family into government and company. And the fifth is justice. Justice is lack of justice, violation of the right or of the right of another, and unfairness in some people. And the last one is authority. Authority is the organization or the person who has the power that can control or give orders, enforce obedience, and make decisions.
And this topic, I will talk about the state level of analysis, which Thailand has the high risk of corruption in the most sectors in the country. And corruption has made the negative impact to many factors in Thailand, that including in Thai culture, Thai society, Thai politics, and Thai economy, which in the past several decades, Thailand has made the impressive progress in the economic and growth. But the rising prosperity in Thailand is not shared equally across the country because of the corruption that makes the corporate dominance has the powerful in the business and the market, which it makes the smaller SME has the less opportunity to get in the market in Thailand. Moreover, Corruption is a disease of Thai society because it makes the regularly encounter bribery or other corruption practice that lead to making the facilitation of payment. And the gift is the common thing in Thailand. But in Thailand has the various law criminalizing corruption, which this anti-corruption law is made for reduce the corruption in the country and control it, which it make the criminalize bribery giving by legal entities. In addition, there are also the cooperation network of Thailand anti-corruption organization that aim to fight against the corruption in the country, which there are more than 20 organizations that have the similar goal and has included the Anti-Corruption Foundation, Anti-Corruption Organization of Thailand, Bunmi Lab, Fight Against Corruption Together, Kon Thai Foundation, National Anti-Corruption Commission, National Anti-Corruption Committee, and others. And this topic I will talk about the system level of analysis, which there are widely accepted that the corruption have a negative impact to the enjoyment of human rights. And India is the country that has recorded the highest rate of bribery in Asia, which this corruption make the negative impact to the most disadvantaged group in the country, because they are the group that has the less opportunity to get the availability, quality, and accessibility of human rights that relate to goods and services, which include the healthcare system and education. Moreover, there are the several cases of alleged human rights violations have emerged in India over the past year, which it is the responsibility for the government to not act in violation of people's rights, but the corruption able to undermine this duty. For example, the government make use of law for enforcement to unfairly detain and arrest the opponent and dissident. But there is the global portal on the anti-corruption for the development, and it is the one-stop shop for providing information and the knowledge about the anti-corruption to improve and make the sustainable development, which is aimed to support the work for development. And there are also the United Nations Development Programme or UNDP, which they offer the first worldwide online course on the key law anti-corruption pay in the implementation of 2030 Agenda for the Sustainable Development. Moreover, there are also the United Nations Convention Against Corruption is the only binding universal anti-corruption instrument. And for the conclusion, the problem of corruption in Thailand might be the prescription for us, and the method to use to eliminate the corruption in the country is to use people, society, and technologies. For example, in Thailand, there are the real case of the retirement taking 4 years to taking the picture of people who driving a car against the law, and he received 1 million baht as a prize by sending the proof and evidence of that action to the Department of Land Transport, which to destroy the corruption in Thailand. We can use the same concept to make the people in society sending the proof and evidence of corruption to the National Police Commissioner and give the reward to the people. Even it's just the beginning of the concept, but if people in the society are really taking this seriously to help each other and eliminate the corruption, it could make the sum positive to develop to the countries and decrease the percentage of corruption in Thailand for a long term. Thank you, Ajahn.